Hey, all you groovy dudes. I'm Hip B, and I'm here to tell you that in this episode, we will be drawing the winner for last week's giveaway. So don't go away.
I've spent years searching both this world and its twin, looking for a place that I might belong more than a shadow to all my sin. Now maybe it's time to step up like I've never seen a better reason why. Come here, darling, I'm gonna lose me in those flashing hot emerald eyes. Try to be the word when you can't listen. I try to be the voice when you can't sing. I try to be the eyes that you see through when darkness covers everything. I wanna rescue you from your nightmares and be a part of all your dreams. I wanna be the eyes that you see through when darkness covers everything. These ghosts that leave me scared of everything. I want a clean, fresh beginning. I want a clean, fresh me. See, I've always doubted deep inside that I would ever catch my stride, but I think I see reality in those flashing hot emerald eyes. Try to be the voice when you can't listen. I try to be the voice when you can't sing. I wanna rescue you from your nightmares, be a part of all your dreams. I wanna be the eyes that you see through when darkness covers everything.
Hello and welcome. We made it up here. We're in the middle of nowhere. It took us over 4 hours, 4.5 hours, I think it was, of driving to a spot. It's a free campsite, but we didn't know if anybody was there. So it's a big risk to drive 4.5 hours, at least an hour and a half of it on dirt roads.
There's only one campsite.
And there's only one site. And if someone's there, well, you gotta leave and go find another spot. But we got it! We got it! Let me show you around. Scooby!
Dabby dabby dooby.
Here's a nice fire pit right there. A nice stream that we're going to pan at. See what we can find in here. Looks interesting. And here is the site. I'm going to set our tent up somewhere in here. And our car is over there. But there's a little hill getting down here. I couldn't get down with this stuff here on my rack. I had to take it off to get into this site. And it's a beautiful site. Look at that. Look at that. So that's it. We got to get set up. Getting late in the day already, and we want to get some pans in. We had to stop on the way here, speaking of pans, and buy a pan because my skillet and my new stoneware pan were both left back at my house. So we had to stop and buy a pan on the way here. But let's set up. Leaves are changing. Look at that. Well, we are finally set up. We've been poking around at it slow because we're in no rush. We don't need to go anywhere. We got to go to the premiere tonight into town, which is a long way away. But that's about it. We're going to do some pans here on the river. So let's show you around the camp. Here's the fire pit. There's a nice bench here. Nice brook. We're going to do some pans. Tom will show us around inside.
Not much set up yet, but
No, that's the kitchen. The wood stove, I haven't set it up yet. I'm going to set it up later when I get back. And there's a cot over there. And a cot over there. We got windows. And that's home sweet home for who knows how long. We don't want to leave this site. It's so nice. So, look at that up there. Beautiful. There's a swimming hole, I think, down there. So I'm going to grab a pan and my shovel and go down and see if there's gold in this river.
here we go with our first test pin. All new river here.
I don't have high hopes. I don't like the material.
Yeah, sometimes you can tell by the material about how it's going to be. It's a little light, like it's washing away pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, there actually is a little piece right there at the end of my finger. Hey, one little speck.
Hey, it's a start. The first pin.
Yeah. You're telling me I'm trying to hold the camera, follow you, and watch the ground.
Here we go with another test pin. It was gold in the first pin, so I got higher hopes for this area. We'll see. Oh. That get in your shoe? Water got in his shoe. Right over his boot.
Got a boot full of water.
That's no good.
A little better material here.
Yeah, I like the spot a lot better than the first one. It'd be great to hit a little gold so we know we were coming back tomorrow.
Nothing.
Ah, skunkaroo. Back to the drawing board.
You know, we haven't checked in with the Hip B. Why don't we check in with the Hip B and see what the weather's going to be like? Looks good to me.
Hey, all you groovy dudes. This is Hip B, and I'm here to tell you the weather. Today, the weather's gonna be... It's gonna be groovy, baby. Far out, man. Nice and sunny, 65 degrees. Can't get much better than this. And this campsite is the bee's knees, baby. It's the bee's knees.
Thank you, Hip B, for that great weather report. And I think you're right, today it's a groovy day. But my foot is soaked now, and my shoe inside my boot. So I gotta go change that, get ready. We did a couple test pans out here, and there is gold here, but the area is kind of steep for my liking, and digging is difficult. But we'll test pan it again probably tomorrow. But right now I gotta get some dry feet, and we're gonna go into town to watch the premiere. Let's go.
Anything to say about that?
I need new socks.
Oh.
All right, I got a dry foot, although my pant leg is still wet.
A little bit.
I'll have to dry that out later by the fire. But we got to go into town for the premiere. Let's go, no dilly-dally. like to interrupt this program to pick a winner for last week's giveaway. You saw the gold. We're going to show you another little picture here. But we also have it in a vial. So you will get the gold in a vial. But that's not all. We're going to send some more stuff too. Surprise. Ooh. You'll get 2 channel stickers. The Hip Bee, 2 different styles. Hip Bee Explorer sticker.
One with the bee and one with a logo. And
that's not all. You'll get a Hip Bee Explorer ornament.
ooh,
You can see we're both wearing our festive holiday gear today. And some honey.
ooh.
So you will get all of that. Goes to the winner.
Sweet.
So without any further delay, let's go over to the computer and we'll pick a winner. Okay, we have the URL from last week's video put in there. We checked the box to filter duplicate users, just 1 comment per user. And there are 113 unique comments there. So let's scroll up. And all we have to do is click this. And we will get a winner. So here we go. Everybody ready? Good luck. Run for the Hills Mining. Pie looks good, he says, LOL. Congratulations, Run for the Hills Mining. You have won. Congratulations to Run for the Hills Mining. You have won the giveaway. So we're going to contact us, and we'll get your information, and we'll send that right out to you. Now let's get back to the show. We're sitting here at the rest area in Rumford, near the power plant, dam, waiting for the premiere to stop. Pretty soon. We're here watching the premiere. Who's in there tonight, Tom?
Let me look. We got 207 Prospecting, Emphasis, Carl Miller, David Farnham, Donnie W, Gold Panner, Hans Al Holm, Jonathan Glidden, Tabitha, JP Lawrence, Michelle Russo, Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs, Paul Davis, Rusty Nabity, Thomas Martin, Paul Davis. I don't know, they're coming in too fast.
They're coming in too fast. We gotta watch the premiere. Well, we just got back to the camp. Really can't see anything because it's pitch black. But I got to get the stove set up. Tom's over there, you see his light. I got to get the stove set up, get a fire going, because I'm getting hungry and we want to get dinner going. So let's go, let's get unpacked. Here we are, we got a fire going, and it's late as usual. On the first day is always a busy day, especially when it's a Wednesday. And then we got the premiere. But right now we have this acorn squash. Look at that. Now I want this to stand up, and that side will stand fine, but this side won't, you see? So we're gonna cut a little bit off so it'll stand up. Then we're going to cut that in half. Like so. Scoop out the seeds. And they're going face down in the dish. You might have seen us make this before. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. If you haven't, well, you're in for a real treat. Because this is, we love this. Okay, now I sprayed these little dishes with cooking spray. Now they're going in the oven. We just started the oven, but it's up to almost 300. I'm going to put one down the bottom here. One up the top. And then after about 20 minutes, I'm going to swap them because the heat comes from the bottom and the bottom gets hot. And at the top, it comes from the top. So I switch them around. We'll be back. Let's check them. Let's see. I'm gonna pull the bottom one out. I want to look and see how they look. Oh yeah, doing good. So the top one, take out. Put on the bottom. Ooh, a little hot. Right through the glove. And they'll go in for another 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we're going to dress them up. We're going to, the oven kind of cooled off a little bit. We got it cooking back up again. We wanted to cool it down because it was getting too hot in here.
Yeah, it was 95 degrees in here.
So we're going to take these out. We're going to be putting them back in. But we got to do something first. Close this. It'll help it heat up. Okay. This is where things get interesting. We take that and we flip it over. Look at that. Look at that. You know it. Hip bee honey.
We got a big bottle for that. That's a closed one for Rosie.
Oh. I'm giving away Rosie's. I gotta get the other honey. Now that I've got the right honey, I don't want to open Rosie's. I'm gonna bring her some honey. I'm gonna take a little bit of butter. You want that much or more or less?
That's all right. Maybe a little less, yeah.
A little bit of butter. We're gonna put right in there. Then we use the hip bee honey. And we Drizzle a little honey around there like that. Drizzle a little honey around like that. And then what we have here is this is maple syrup. But this is the one Rosie got for us.
She makes it actually.
Yes. And we're gonna put a little bit of maple also, like that. A little bit of maple. Oh, those, I bet you, your mouth is watering. These are going back in for about 15 minutes, and then they'll be ready. Oven's heating up. Gotta heat it up. It's probably gonna be 15 minutes or so. And what we have here, we're not just having squash. We made some southwestern corn chowder at the house. It's really good. It's spicy corn chowder. And we had some leftovers. A lot of ingredients. We didn't want to get into making it out here, so we made it last night. And we took some, so it's all ready to go. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. It's time to get the squash out.
Ooh, those are hot.
They smell good, but those plates get hot.
Hot that they burn right through them.
Yeah. Get them close. Let's see. Oh, we did good. No bloopers.
Voila.
Okay. And we got some soup. We're gonna put right in it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Spicy corn chowder.
Look at that. Marvy.
Voila. Then you gotta pick up a few crackers.
Few crackers. Cracker crumble.
There.
Look at that. We're going to take that over to the table and we'll tell you how this is. Here we are. Look at that. Now this is really hot stuff. Yeah. The squash is done.
Oh, that's hot.
One of my favorite things. I'll tell you.
I never was a fan of squash until we started making them like this and putting some sort of soup or chowder in it. And it's delicious. But that's just scalding hot.
We're going to enjoy this.
Slowly.
And here's a song. We'll be back. We drove all day. On a road we were shaking. We worried all the way that our sight would be taken. But there was no screens.
when I got water in my boat. We got the side of our dreams. There's no prospector's blues.
I'd like to take this time to thank our members, those who hit that join button, and also those who shopped at thehipbee.com. These names you see on the screen are those members, and they are special people. These people help us to continue making these videos. If you'd like to be on this screen, visit thehipbee.com and make a purchase, or hit that join button and become a member. Thank you. Hello. We're in the corner. We haven't got our bee lights up yet because it's the first day. And it was a busy day. I'll tell you, when my head hits that pillow, I'll be out in a second. It's well after midnight. I think it's like 12:30. We just got finished cleaning up after dinner. And we're going to be hitting the hay pretty soon.
Very soon.
But we had a good day. It was fun getting this spot. We're so lucky to get this one. We've never driven by this spot. Well, we were never actually coming to this spot when we saw it years ago.
8 or 9 years ago.
8 or 9 years ago. And we researched it and found out that it's a legal spot. And every time we've come by, someone's been here. So we didn't expect to drive all the way up here and get it. We had a plan B. But because it's a Wednesday and it's kind of late in the year, we got it, and it's beautiful up here. The fall foliage is just bright and colorful. You can probably hear the brook. It's right outside the door. And we found some gold in it, just a speck, but that means there's more. So we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at some other rivers in the area over the next, who knows how long. We can stay for up to 14 days, but I don't think we're going to stay that long.
Maybe.
Maybe,
We'll see.
who knows? Dinner was delicious. The squash with that spicy corn chowder in there.
Excellent.
Excellent. And I highly recommend that. And that's, what else?
We went down to, we had to drive another 2 hours to the premiere.
Yeah, we
get
drove
internet.
like 4.5 hours to get here. Had to set up, and then after we got here, we had to drive another hour to get internet to watch the premiere. And then after the premiere was over, we had to drive back up here in the dark another hour. It's a 25-mile, 26-mile to Mexico. The town of Mexico,
Mexico, Maine.
Maine. Mexico, Maine, not the country. But, yeah, I'm ready for bed. So thank you for coming along and joining us on these adventures. Make sure you check out thehipbee.com for some delicious honey, beehive products, and prospecting equipment. And also hit that subscribe button. And if you can't get enough of us, hit the join button, become a member, and you get special perks and videos and behind the scenes, things like that. So that's about it. So until next time,
Peace.
peace.